Oh, hell yeah. Wednesday. What have we got to go over today? Let some people roll in here. What's up, Rastafarius? No, not buying that. Not buying that. Not buying that. People say raid spam too. Holy crap. Tristen, isn't today maintenance? Yes, that's why it says maintenance today. Maintenance podcast today in the title of the stream. Wonder how many people are crying for spending mystics. Not as many as will be crying who spent mystics and then go to use their random ML5 summon tickets and get the units they spent mystics on. That's gonna happen, like a lot. Hey, you save Zip Cascoba. My bookmarks are ready. Mine are not, but I've got 28,000 sky stones and a lot of shop refreshing to do. I'm curious how huge storage-wise will be the update. Probably not bad. Probably not bad. Be a lot of new art assets, but they're also going to like offload a lot of the wasted art assets, right? They're getting rid of a lot of the old menus. So we are doing a maintenance podcast tonight, so stream's going to be a little bit short. I want to get to the gym here in about an hour and a half tops, and we'll breeze through everything real quick and go in much more detailed during the podcast. Hinojin will be joining us from the podcast, my guild's only legend player, and of course Sue, always flying second seat. What's up, Radio Red? Joseph Jackson. Basarunka, you shall not pass. Leg day's Friday. But yeah, Batman never skips leg day. I have a Guild Wars to do. I think I have a Guild War to do, don't I? This new schedule's so weird. It feels like Guild Wars on every day. Why is she a light knight? So Hua Young can have her revenge. Yeah, I know. Everything's a light knight anymore. Weird choice for top team. Any notes on this yet? Okay, so what do we do about this top team? Why does she feel weak with the exception of her S2? Talking about Arunka, if she feels weak, you're not paying attention. Let me see. These are not going to be that fast, so I don't really care about this. Just, do I use pity for Arunka? You should wait and see how she tests out. If you like playing slow, if you like making people miserable in arena, then yeah. Yeah, for real, right? Right, serious? Litica counters are pretty hard, I feel. Does she? Anyway, what am I doing? Let's try something a little different. Yeah, it looks fun. You know why they buff Seaside now. Definitely one of the reasons. What the fuck? Why is... God damn it. Because I'm dyslexic as hell, Meteor. Man, that was a perfect team. I put Arunka in the front instead of the back. Wow, beefy. 23k health on this frickin' Arunka. Death by pool floaty. Oh well. Would have been. Well, this could be a problem. Man, I can't believe I friggin' entered that first fight like that. That puts me in a bad mood. Oh my god. Just die already. Oh my god, he has 73 health. Man, what a disaster. I lost like my main units. Stupid Guild War. Yeah. Stupid fucking. At least it's the same team, so I can see how well it works, right? Dead, extinct. Extinct, right? I'm not remembering. Does. Got your dupe Arunkas waiting. I think a lot of people gonna be using those selection tickets on their Arunkas.
I'm sick of having light night for dinner.
Heinz will solve ML Arunca, sure. When is FCC buff coming in game? After maintenance. Okay, so check it, right? Skill nullifier for everybody. A shit ton of damage buff for a girl here. Immortality for you. And now your primary damage dealer's dead. If I start tomorrow, which unit should I choose for my selective summon? If you start tomorrow, there will be no selective summon. You just get Assyria and Song of Stars. If you start today, there's a selective summon, and you still get Assyria and Song of Stars. So choose wisely. Increased damage dealt, we take a thing. Perfect. Do I have Candlestick on her? Sure, it would be nice if I have Candlestick on her. I don't think I have Candlestick on her. That could actually be a problem. No. You still get the selector in the new missions, I think. They're giving a selective ticket for episode 1 and 3 instead of getting rid of them entirely. We're talking about the summon for like when you first log in and you can do the 30 summons to get your starting unit. We're not talking about the chapter selector tickets. They're getting rid of that and just giving everybody this area, is my understanding. Yes, Prophetic Candlestick. We are back, baby. We don't know if it'll be reset or not, Abu. That's why I was recommending people just kind of sit on and save their tokens so they can get free currency, because reset's not guaranteed. If it gets reset, then you could potentially double dip, but if it doesn't get reset, you could be missing out. Oh my god, this is gonna take forever. I fucking hate Ruel. Worst damn unit in the game. Why can't the AI just top right? It knows it's beaten. Yes, the S3 stripped, but I wanted to save the S3 for a potential kill, and it wasn't going to kill there, as you guys just saw, but it's fine. It's fine, this is fine. She's dead now.
Why you didn't S3
Goodbye.
with Scholtier? That would cleanse her bubble.
And left her alive for her to be able to S2 and heal herself. I wanted to nuke her down when she was further back on the CR bar. All right. One more. One more. How much ER do we think this BBK has? How much effectiveness do I have? Surely that's enough, right? Surely that's enough. This top team. Actually, this isn't terrible. I'm gonna try it just for shits and giggles. It's Frida's artifact, the spotted mouse hair tie for extra, extra, what do you call it? Extra souls. Everyone say, bye, Senya. Blamo. One of those 100% Elbrises. Yeah, that's exactly what Haw was built for, guys, is that nuke. I gotta hit her. We gotta kill her while Sinji's... Or, we get... God damn it. 2 hits, it's gonna activate her. Fuck. Harvest. God damn it, Elbrus! 3 Elbrises in a row? 20% my ass. The fuck off my screen. Stupid Elbrus stealing one of my Sinjis. I only have 2 Sinjis left now. Oh, I'm sure Stove's already started panicking. Anytime they release a new ML5 unit, everybody freaking panics. Thank you, Lamb. I love my hat too. Alrighty, that is a nice bomb you got there. I really want you to be dead. I think that's enough to kill. That should be enough to kill. You know what? Let's just make damn sure it's enough to kill here. Stop that, Mort. Jesus Christ. Crit my fire unit. Yeah, expect Ross leg day tomorrow, guys, for sure. And Holy Sack. I'm so sick of Holy Sack. Man. Bonus. Here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Rip. It didn't go as well as I thought. All right, enough Guild Wars fun. Let's go talk about this update. Let's see. All right, so we have got news. We have got lots of news. As of 5 hours ago, the update dropped, and holy smokes, there's a lot of things to go over. So first things first, maintenance is tonight. Make sure you've done your Guild Wars. Servers will go down at 9 UTC. For those of you in the USA, that is 11 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be doing our post-maintenance podcast tonight, so make sure you join in for that. And let's see, what do we got? We'll just work from the bottom and work our way up. So Sixth World, 14-day celebration event. So what do we got here? A special event. Just your typical Advent calendar sign-in. So make sure you sign in every day. There's a guaranteed random artifact ticket and a guaranteed random unit ticket, 5-star red background. So these are not the 4 to 5, these are your 5-star random tickets you'll get on the day 7 and day 14. And some other nice goodies too. Let me see. Origin update celebration free Covenant summon event. Ooh, so we're gonna get some free covs. So instead of getting 1 free summon a day, you'll get 11 free summons a day, and that's going to last for an entire week. So 70 extra units dropping into your pool. Very generous. Like it. Let me see. Origin celebration weekend buff and daily gift exchange. I mean, what would every weekend of the month be without a buff event? So on top of everything else, there's going to be a buff event. So don't worry, guys. You're not going to have to go another weekend without burning passion packs. They will be back. And free on equip throughout the weekend. The free on equip weekend is nothing special. We're guaranteed a free on equip with a balance patch. So here we are. But hey, at least a buff event will be going on. Let me see. Vildred and Sword of Summer Twilight drop rate up. I suspect we're going to see a little bit more of Vildred in Epic 6. Remember that in the Sixth World, Vildred was Ross's like best friend and greatest ally. He was a total good guy till the end. Helped him fight the archdemon. So I wonder if we're going to see a little bit more of Vildred. As for whether or not you pull this guy, no, you don't. I mean, unless you're a speed monkey and you want a 12 speed imprint on your Vildred, there's really no reason to chase this guy. His artifact is kind of mediocre. It's a nice damage artifact, but it's kind of mitigated by all the anti-penetration that's out there from DN and Ilanov, units like that. He's just hard to use the artifact, and as for a unit, he's just an imprint for cleavers. Vivian and Dingusorb. I know it's Dignus, but nobody says that. It's Dingusorb. Vivian is a really nice 5-star hero, good in a lot of PvE early game and mid game, but you get her for free. If you're a new player, please don't summon Vivian. You will get her for free. And Dingusorb is used by like literally nobody in this game. So 100% skip on Vivian and Dingusorb. Don't be a Dingusorb. Skip the Vivian banner. Guard Captain Crowl and Thorn of the Blue Rose drop rate up. Okay, so Crowl is coming right after the maintenance. The Crowl banner goes live and Thorn of the Blue Rose. So let's we have a video on Crowl. We'll review Crowl later, but Crowl looks like a friggin' tour de force bruiser. He's got really good, strong basic stats. He's got built-in lifesteal on his S3. You can choose him to be AoE and single target, which gives him a lot of versatility. He's a warrior, meaning he can wear Sweet Miracle so that you can dodge the whole thing of, we'll just put Defense Break on him and he's useless like Rocket Punch Karena. You put Sweet Miracle on him and suddenly Defense Breaks don't do anything to him. He's just going to self-cleanse that. But his own artifact is actually pretty stellar, especially for him, especially since it's the first artifact that gives defense and attack. Being a defense scaler and additional damage with the Soul Rune, which already does additional nuking damage, looks pretty freaking powerful. And it is just a drop rate up. It is not limited. It would say limited rate up, not drop rate up. So all you guys who were crazy and thought they would actually make the MC a limited unit, joke's on you. He's not limited. Let's see what else we got. Heading our way. Okay, since this is part 2, we'll jump up and do the Origin Update part 1. I'll go over the units in separate videos, separate discussions here. Okay. Epic 7 Origin Update content part 1. Okay. We got us a little video to watch.
Brave this storm with me. For glory! Legends of this day.
Okay, players will be able to acquire Victorica from the 6th World episode, A Resolve Inherited, and a Covenant summoning summons starting April 10th. So she will be a Covenant unit, right? You'll be able to pull her randomly, random drop. She is a 4-star, so you're gonna get tons of her, but you'll also get your first copy for free. So she's a free 4-star. Looks like a banging good PvE unit. Will probably be very important in a lot of the new PvE content that's rolling out.
They have already been inscribed. Victory belongs to us!
I may be no hero, but I can still be your worst nightmare.
Yo, so Crowl, who's probably the coolest damn unit in the entire game, is coming out on the 10th, like right after maintenance. You'll be able to pull for Guard Captain Crowl. He's a fire 5-star banner unit. You'll have to summon for him. He is not for free. He is not limited. If you are a slower player, if you are a bruiser player, if you are a standard player, he looks like he might be a staple unit. He is a warrior, not a knight, so kind of get that through your head. You're going to need to have warrior artifacts. He'll be really good on Sweet Miracle because one of his big weaknesses is going to be defense broken to basically nerf his damage. Sweet Miracle can fix that. Also, his own artifact boosting his defense and boosting damage will be crazy. I am not sure he's going to be busted broken, but I think he's going to be very, very good, especially if you're not a super fast player. I think he's going to be an important bruiser to have on your team.
I hate hassles, so I'll deal with you all at once.
New episode, a Resolve Inherited. So we have a name for Chapter 6, Episode 1. And of course, the UI renewals are going into place and the quality of life improvements, which is so nice. I mean, look at this lobby screen. It's so clean. Everything's easier to see. Doesn't look messy. It's not intimidating for new players. I know there are some things that are going to be missed, some nostalgia things that are going to be gone, but pound for pound, this is a much better looking UI. Ogre's Armory is coming back, so this is like the Goblicus thing. You can do 10 times a day to get gear. It looks like there's 3 different stages of it. They're probably going to either offer different gear or different levels of gear. This is something that to anybody who's been playing 6 months or longer, who cares? But anybody who is new or under 6 months playing, this gives you access to the gear that you're going to need to take you to the next level where you can start farming the higher end content to get the end game gear. So this is a really, really nice catch-up mechanic. It's not going to really do anything for veteran players, but this is such a great quality of...
This will definitely replace Ravi. Imagine that.
This Crow will replace Ravi? I don't think so. But this gear is really, really good to get new players into the game, help them not feel so lost, and bridge the gap between, hey, I just started and I want to be able to jump into the rest of the game. Okay, this is the thing everybody's been excited for. Operation Catch Zieg, right? This starts on the 14th, not tomorrow, but on the 14th. This is where all of the freebies are. Let's see if they clarify, because there was a little bit of confusion, right? We saw that one ML summon ticket pop up and it split into 2, and people are like, well, does that mean there's 2 or does that mean there's 3? Let's see if they clarified a little bit. I guess not. Arena Season 2025 2 begins. Arena Season. So this is regular arena, regular banner arena, not RTA. So the 14th new arena season is going to begin. And it's going to go until July 6th. Oh, and I just noticed something. There's a little injury icon chilling out on Arunca's belly. So this probably means the gear set is going to be a Para. I keep saying Arunca on Para's belly. That probably means the gear set for this season is going to be an injury gear set. Balance adjustments. So this is the bounce patch that was announced. Nothing new here, but the bounce patch goes into effect after maintenance. So the FCC balances, the Dragon King Shroon balances, the Litica balances, those are all going to happen right after maintenance is over. Spirit Eye Celine is getting a new exclusive equipment. I'm sure that won't do anything to upset the meta. Okay, so April 10th, 24th, we've got the Crow banner, and you know there's Vildred in there too if you want to waste your bookmarks on Vildred. Oh, look at that! We haven't had a DN Unfading Memories banner in like 3 years. That's wild. I didn't think they were going to do this anymore. I didn't think they were going to do old limited reruns anymore. I figured they were just letting us have the custom group summon, and that was going to be your access to DN or to limited units. But right here they are running a 2018 limited banner that's had many reruns. So here we go again. So if you missed out on your DN, who is an incredibly important unit for RTA, and her artifact, which is kind of mediocre. It's like an AoE crappier version of Rod of Amaryllis, but it's still nice to give DN some healing power. That banner is going live on the 17th through May 1st.
Ready
Oh, damn, here she is, guys. Here she is.
to ride? I'm gonna leave you biting the dust.
She doesn't need a kit. She doesn't need a kit. She's a must pull, even if she doesn't have a kit. Damn! Bossarunka. All right. We'll dive more into the details of the units in a little bit later discussion, but let's check out the rest of this patch. This is the older video, right? The Epic 7 Origins video. I'm pretty sure this is the older one. So let's go scroll down here. Sixth World episode, A Resolve Inherited. The Sixth World the Sixth Restored World. With the advent of the Archdemon of Orbis, Guardians, Heirs, Heir of the Covenant, Ross, embark on a journey to save the world. For those of you who have been living under a rock and aren't aware of the story, the Archdemon comes to destroy the world. DJ sends her avatar Ross to go save the world. Since Ross is a divine being, he could slay the Archdemon, whereas mortals cannot. The Covenant is that every 100 years when the Archdemon stalks the world, Ross will arise and save humanity. He is the heir of that covenant, thus the phrase heir of the covenant. The Seventh World, DJ had lost most of her powers from basically restarting the world 6 times in the past. So in the Seventh World, the Ross we know and love was a weaker Ross. It took him 25 years to wake up. 25 years of the Archdemon kicking the crap out of everybody and humanity having to do their best. And a lot of people lost faith in Ross. And Ross...
all the great videos.
You're welcome. Anyway, yeah, so it's Ross is a weaker, lesser version because DJ wasn't as strong when she created the world the 7th time. The world was flawed. It had cracks. It had chaos gates. The barriers were failing. And Ross wasn't waking up. In Epic 6, DJ was still full power and Ross was still power. So we're going to see like Giga supercharged Ross in Epic 6. It'll be very interesting to see how strong Ross is and how much of his humanity remains, right? Epic 7 was the story of Ross giving up his divinity and becoming more human. Whereas the Ross from Epic 6 is just a, uncaring divine machine of murder. So it'll be very interesting to see what they do with our boy Genesis Ross. So here's the map of the Epic 6th World. Looks a little bit different, right? We just have Terranor, Dunblaria, Zera, and Wetherick Moor. So only 4 chapters so far, right? I assume more chapters will unlock as we proceed further. In celebration of the 6th World, a Resolve Inherited update, players will receive a special Victorica limited illustration live. So that's great. So we all are going to get this lobby animation. That's pretty cool. Any previous applied illustration lobbies will be reset and changed to Victorica lobby. Okay. Like, by choice. It'll be automatically applied. So you guys are getting Victorica, like it or not. You want to go back to your old lobby, you have to change it. Everybody gets Victorica. You can change it in the pub location. Okay. New monsters will be added and included in the monster journal. We all love new monsters. More illustrations in the illustration journal. 5 new background music tracks will be added to the music player. I wonder how many of them we can play without getting DMCA struck. Ogre Armory. Eliminate the ogres to... Okay, so yeah, we discussed that in the video. You'll be able to do the Ogre Armory to get the goblin level gear. Great for newer players. There is a normal, easy, and hard. This is kind of what I expected. A lot of people thought these would be different gear sets, but this is what I expected, right? They're getting rid of all but 3 hunts. They're getting rid of all of the hunts that nobody really cares about. Nobody's out there farming Wyvern 3 or Wyvern 5, right? That's new player stuff to get them stepping stone gear. Instead, they're saying, here is your easy to get stepping stone gear. And here's your easy stepping stone gear, right? Easy level, medium level, and hard level. What am I reading here? What do you mean, no, Colonel? Okay, I thought you were referring to what I was saying about this. I suspect this is going to be gear roughly equivalent to like Wyvern 1 through 3 gear and Wyvern 4 through 6 gear and Wyvern 7 through 9 gear as far as like substat qualities go. But we'll have to see what the quality of the gear looks like. Let's see. Ogre's Army consumes 8 energy. You're guaranteed 10 equipment events per day. You can bring guardians and pets in. Players can obtain... Let's see. Players can obtain speed, crit, destruction, and health equipment sets after clearing Ogre's Armory. Equipment obtained for Ogre's Armory requires significantly less XP to enhance. Right, it's really cheap to enhance. Has random side stats. The substats will not be the same as the main stat. That's normal. Ogre's Armory. Equipment obtained for Ogre's Armory except for helm. Okay, yeah, that's okay. So it's nice. It's not going to give you flat main stats on your rings, boots, and necks, which is nice. If you can only go in 10 times a day, the last thing you want is 10 flat defense boots, right? 10 flat HP necks. So they're guaranteeing percent main stats or flat speed. So that's nice for newer players to get them up and going. And of course, the formula, the minimum maximum value. You can see speed starts at 3, but can only upgrade by 2s. Crit chance actually looks about the same. 6% to 8%. That's improved. That's improved. Significantly improved. It looks like the only thing that's really crapped upon is speed. Everything else goes up the same. You just can't farm this to really speed check stuff. The min-max values. In fact, the min value on crit damage is better than the min value on regular gear. You can roll a 5 crit damage on 85 gear. You can't upgrade it, though. You can't upgrade it to 90, but... Okay, yeah, you know what? This is better than Goblicus gear. This is, like, significantly better than Goblicus gear. I'd say this is on par with level 78 gear, level 71. More like level 71, 78 gear, with the exception of this. So that's great. I wonder if this is the case, why we have 3 stages. I guess we're just going to have to find out. You know, it'd be weird if the same quality, maybe it's a volume of gear, or maybe like, you know, lots of blue Goblicus gear falls here and red Goblicus gear falls here. I don't know. We got to see what the differences in gear, if it's a quality or a quantity thing, or if they're just giving you harder levels. If your 10 daily entries are per stage, or if you can only do like 3, 3, and 4. Be interesting to see how this stacks out. But the bottom line is, the Ogre's Armory is a great tool for newer players to get the gear they need to jump in and start fighting. The Orbis Guide will be added to support heirs on their journey through Orbis. Oop, wrong button. So once you clear the 6th world, stage 2, 8. Weird that you can't get into the Orbis Guide until you've farmed a little bit, but okay. I'm curious to see how nice this Orbis Guide is for newer players. The existing tooltip guys, some of you don't even know this thing exists, right? Check this out. It's right up here. See? It's easy. You just want to find out about heroes and constellations and story. And each one of these things has got like 25 sub-chapters on it with, you know, whole ass scrollable paragraphs. Some of the paragraphs are multi-page. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I'm hoping that this Orbis Guide is a step in the right direction to cleaning that up and making a little bit more easy and intuitive for newer players. Three Sisters Diary. This is your reputation bonuses. They're cleaning this up a little bit. They're changing it from the ugly, muddy green on slightly darker green and making it crisp, the blue-white look to it. With the removal of the Heart of Orbis rewards, daily reputations will be improved. So that's nice. This will be to compensate the removal of the Heart of Orbis, so you're not going to multiple places to collect your daily rewards. Adventurous Path, which offered guidance on various content and provided rewards, will be integrated into the Path of Air. Doesn't show it. Oh, that's Orbis Guide. Here we go. Path of Air. Missions and Path of Succession may vary depending on your progress and adventurous path. Get that? So your path succession may vary depending on your progress and adventurous path. So depending on how far you got, you'll be grandfathered in a little bit here. You're not just going to start over and reclaim all the rewards. New things that were not available before, you'll be able to get. Things that were duplicates of what you got before will probably already show as claimed. Players complete missions for content they receive and rewards. Oh, this is nice. Select the hunt through here. It'll take a little bit of time to get used to this new UI, but I'm liking everything I'm seeing so far. Shortcuts will be available to help players quickly access locations where the required currency for each type of content can be obtained. So go to level up your penguins, go to level up your spirit blooms. It will guide players to content currently accessible for gameplay. I've seen this in a lot of games, and it's really, really, really nice. Even shows you the rewards you'll obtain if you go to fight the Abyss. Sanctuary. Man, the Sanctuary looks vacant now, doesn't it? It's just so empty. Everything's over here. Force of Soul, Heart of Orbis, and Alchemist Steeple. That's all that's left. So let's see. The Breath of Orbis, a currency for Sanctuary upgrades, will be removed. So no more worrying about which things do I upgrade the most. Instead, all Sanctuary builds will now automatically be upgraded to their max level. It finally has happened, guys. Your Sanctuary is maxed out. Thank God. A new currency, Tainted Relic, can be used to summon for specific items. So when you get your Relic's Taint, you'll be able to use it to purify and summon these items, and the quality of these items increases based on your level. This is the thing where everybody was freaking out because, do they show it here? You know, because they were seeing like the level 23. We're all getting 23 speed weapon. No, you're not. You're not. Somebody in your guild probably is, and they'll show it to you and piss you off, but you're going to get a mola, right? As you upgrade the level, as you upgrade it, you will be able, list of the obtainable items upon purifying Sanctuary's boon level will be adjusted. So these are the things you can get. And as you can see, you know, at the lower level, it's like, you know, some gold, an artifact charm, and it's at the maximum level. When you get that thing all the way up to triple S, that's where the stupid good gear is hiding, and the ML5 summon ticket. Man, isn't it crazy that the 5-star summon ticket's the one would be like, please don't give me this. Give me the 23 speed weapon. I don't need a dupe op sig. I wonder how hard it's going to be to get to triple S plus. I wonder if this is something you're going to be able to do every single month, or if most of us are going to be chilling down in this range. The maximum purchase limit of penguins and spirit blooms you can obtain from Force of Souls is being adjusted to 50. Thanks for doing nothing for us, Smilegate. Thanks for doing nothing. In the Alchemist Steeple, quality grades will be removed when crafting the charms and converting modification gems with a minimum number of materials needed. I like that they are making the modification thing more intuitive and more clean, but I don't like that they're not addressing the problem of the fact that mod gems are terrible, that they can roll exactly the same as they rolled before and cost millions of gold to do absolutely nothing to your account, and that you're limited on the number you can get each month. and the cost to get them alone is punitive. They really need to rework that. The gearing system in Epic 7 is one of the worst in the industry, and it could really do with being rebalanced and improved. We don't need a way to make the system easier to use. We need a better system so that we want to use it. For those wondering about this, why I'm so down on this, 50 is not enough. 50 is 5 times the amount that we could do in the past. And when you're talking about selling millions of stigma, you're talking about a couple hours worth of work. So yeah, cutting that down by, 80% sounds great, right? Instead of 2 hours worth of work, you're looking at what? 120 divided by 5. 12 minutes worth of work. Something like that. My math's a little bit off, but it seems a lot better, except it's not. It's a slider, so you have to click multiple spots on the screen to initiate it. It actually takes about twice to 3 times as long to click as opposed to spam clicking the same button, and you have to be engaged with the screen. It's not even a good start. It actually makes it objectively worse than it was before. I believe that I've been told by developers that I'm right, and I've been told by developers that I'm wrong. I'm not a developer. I don't know, but I believe the reason they're doing this is to prevent gigantic requests being sent to the server to do calculations and potentially causing lag spikes or crashes on their server. Other games have addressed this by saying you want to do 1,000 summons. It will warn you, okay, we're going to do 1,000, but we're going to do them back to back in lots of 50. And then your screen pings 50, 50, 50, 50, while you're hands-free letting it happen. That would be great. We just don't want to have to sit here and click, 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 click for 10, 15 minutes just to get rid of our stuff. So that's why we're complaining about the 50 thing on Penguins. Improve equipment conversion, exclusive equipment version previously available in the Alchemist Steeple will now be moved to the Steel Workshop, which makes sense, right? You're making equipment, it should be in the Steel Workshop. The Alchemist Steeple will be approved to allow equipment extraction while crafting charms. Great. The crafting catalyst and material features will be removed because we're changing the catalyst system. We're no longer making catalysts, we're making the hero tokens, right? Steel Workshop will be removed from the Sanctuary and accessed through a separate menu instead. Okay, sure. And High Command will be removed. Rip your expeditions. Not expeditions. What do they call these things? Dispatch missions. Rip your dispatch missions. Again, I love that they're improving this UI. I'm sad that they've not improved the actual gearing system. They really need to bring it up to like 2025 gacha game standards. It's one of the less pleasant gearing systems in the industry. Catalyst ingredients. So we're going away from 24 rares and 12 epics to 6 and 6. This was all covered in the Origins update. A lot of us are sad that the catalysts are losing a lot of their character, but you got to admit it's a cleaner, better system. It'd have been nice if they could have kept some of the character for the catalyst, but they want to make it easily identifiable to newer players. You look at a pile of black powder or a thing that looks like a book, it doesn't really scream, you use this on warriors, use this on mages, so I get why they're doing it. All AP from individual regions will be integrated into a unified system. A lot of people are worried, does that mean I've got to complete the stages to get like the Molagora from this AP? And I think the AP shops in each region will still exist with their own unique things, but that the AP will be in a unified shop that you can access either from any regions or from any of the AP shops. Yeah, you can use the AP seamlessly throughout progression. So you can go into the Blue Odin's AP shop and change your Odin. You can go into the Red Odd's AP shop and change your Red Odd because the AP will be unified across all of them. They are getting rid of the side story missions, the S missions. So you might want to make sure you've got all of those completed and the rewards done before those go away. And here's the catalyst. The epic ones look the same, but they're gold. You should still be able to exchange the silver ones into gold ones. Labyrinth is changing. We covered that. Your malicious bug charms are going to become guard badges, which is the currency for the Alexa shop. What do I mean by the S missions? Even have any anymore? Ah. Here we go. Episode 1, Episode 2, Episode 3, Episode 4, or there's a branch where you can go to 1S, the special. Some people say it means side mission, some people mean special mission, but they're getting rid of the special side missions because it's confusing people on which direction to progress. They're making progression more linear. So if you haven't completed any of the S stages, you want to go in and do those and get those rewards, you know, get those first time clear rewards banged out. I don't know what the map's going to look like for Epic 6. I don't think they are getting rid of the Epic 7 map. I think we're going to go to an Epic 6 map. There'll probably be a button to push that takes you out of Epic 7, Epic 6. They're not going to get rid of all of these stories of Epic 7. They're not going to trash all of their lore and assets and everything. I think the Epic 6 is going to be basically Chapter 6. They're taking the side missions away in Adventure, not side stories. Let me see. Number of hunt stages will be reduced to 3. Remember, this is why I'm thinking instead of just normal hard and hell, this is why I'm thinking all of the prior wyvern fights, that's basically going to be the Goblicus gear. Throughout the hunt revamp, you can obtain equipment of at least level 70 or higher. So they're getting rid of the garbage gear that's below level 70. So you can assume the Goblicus gear is going to be gear quality, you know, level 70 and lower. The adventure system will be revamped to use a list style system. And this is why they have to get rid of those side missions, right, guys? Because they're going to a list style format instead of map exploration. And how do you explain, how do you do a, here you can go to stage 4 or you can go to stage 1S. It's kind of hard to do that without a visual interface, with just a list interface. So they got to get rid of all of those S missions, those special missions, the side missions on the adventure map. It's just to make this make more sense. Episode 1 will be condensed into 6 chapters. Heirs who are progressing through Episode 1 will continue it from the corresponding chapter based on their current progress. They're not getting rid of Epic 7. It's still there. They're condensing it into 6 chapters.
Changes to Labyrinth exploration rewards. Previous reward acquisition records will be reset.
I'm getting to it. Don't read ahead. Let me see. Due to adjustments on Adventure Progress, the corresponding UI will be changed. Sure. I missed it. After maintenance, all labyrinths including will be permanently accessible without any currency cost. Drops from the battle monsters will be removed, except for the one right. Due to labyrinth exploration rewards, previous reward acquisition records will be reset. Ah. So you want to go ahead and do it today to double dip, eh? I think it means you can double dip Nightmare, guys. I mean, how else do we read this? We read this as in do your labyrinth today and double dip. Good catch, guys. Good catch. So if you want to do your labyrinth that you can double dip, you will get 7 additional currency because you can kill all the bosses now for 17, sacrificing your 10 for 17, and then it resets and you can go in for free and get 17 again for a total of 34 instead of 27. So definitely we'll be cranking that out tonight. The Selective Summons Seasons 1 and 2 previously available after clearing Episode 1, 1.4, and Episode 3. 1.3 will be discontinued. With the Selective Summons Season 1 and 2, players will be able to obtain a 5-star Hero Selector and a 5-star Artifact Selector from Episode 1 and 3 by going to the Gorbous Eye Path of Air. Okay, so
Check the message
that's nice.
at the top.
I'll get there in a minute. The 5-star Selector and 5-star Artifact Summon from Episode 1 and 3 will be attainable through the update regardless of whether the Selective Summons were previously completed or not. So, yeah. People are like, should I have started or waited till after? Dude, you should have started, gotten these Selectors done, and then you get more Selectors. The account requirement for Rift will be changed to 50, which makes sense. We're making gear more accessible, so we're making it more accessible. Why are you saying only one? It says 2. A 5-star hero and artifact selector from Episode 1 and Episode 3 will be obtained after the update, regardless of whether summon was completed or not. You'll be able to obtain a selector from Episode 1 and from Episode 3. You get the 2. Okay, this is something we're curious about. So, newbie penguins and lesser spirit blooms will be added to the list of currencies for guild requested aid. Okay. They got to give us things since they're taking the claws away, right? Crafting mats will be removed, so we'll be removing the crafting mats and replacing it with penguins and spirit blooms. A guild lasting effect, blessing of healing will be removed. Nobody bought that anyway. I think it's only one. How do you think it's only one when it says you'll be able to obtain a 5-star selector and an artifact selector from Episodes 1 and 3? My understanding is that we'll add one 5-star selector that will have all heroes from Episode 1 and 3. I don't know, man. I will ask them. I will ask them about it. I'd be very surprised if they roll rewards backwards. Maybe they feel like, hey, instead of 2 heroes, you get a hero and an artifact. The hero selector and artifact selector from summons 1 and 3 will be attainable after the update. God, you might be right. Because it doesn't say the hero selectors. It just says the hero selector and artifact selector. I think you guys might be right. I hope you're not, but I think you might be right that they're only going to give you 1 unit and that they're replacing the second selector with an artifact selector. It's kind of an L, just depends on how you value the artifacts versus the units. That's definitely 2, but it's 2 separate selective summons. But it uses the singular down here. It's 2 separate selective summons, a hero selective summon and an artifact selective summon. Translation errors are kind of brutal, guys. We're going to have to see how this one plays out. I'm not going to start casting stones till we see tomorrow what's really up with what. Let me see. What else? Charms sold per piece shop. Conquest points will be removed. Yeah. The minimum level of fully crafted equipment obtainable from World Boss will be changed to 70 and higher. Auto run and object usage will be added during stage progression, excluding Labyrinth, so you still will not be able to auto Labyrinth without having to click on the stupid weapon piles. Some Abyss rewards will be improved. But what about those of us who already completed the Abyss? Where's our improved rewards? Are we going to grandfather in the people on these improved rewards? Rewards for new and returning arrows will be partially revamped. And here's a link for all of that. Okay, we all get the lobby UI. Oh, yeah. Being able to customize your quick menu. I like that. Having favorites in your quick menu. That's great. What's this first comment? If reaching Triple S in Purified Sanctuary Boon is only reachable by buying Tainted Relics in packs, aka impossible free to play, I will low-key quit this game. And that's the concern, right? Is that you'll have to do summons beyond what you get free to play. You'll have to buy packs. You'll have to do things that are beyond free to play. And I think it's more likely to happen than not. I think it's way more likely to happen than not. But we'll see. All right. That was freaking just part 1. What's part 2 got? Part 2. Same video. Arena season begins. So the same overbloated arena that they refuse to reset the scores for, unless they say they're going to start resetting scores weekly, then I've still got no interest in Arena. Everybody gets their pretty frames. Let me see. Paddle Pass reset. Players will not be able to purchase the season exclusive. They already obtain them. Everything's going to go to the other shop. Season rankings will proceed. Players can obtain season points weekly. At the end of the season, players can receive equipment. They're not changing a damn thing. Unfortunate. What do you guys think of these? What do you guys think of these frames? This is not RTA. This is regular banner arena. They're not fixing it. They're not doing the weekly reset. So it's still going to be the same thing of they're very overbloated top 10 scores. Nobody can push for the legend Skystones anymore, but at least you can kind of coast in high champ and emperor now. I don't like these that much. This is kind of nice. This one. Whew. I guess it's not so bad on the close-up, but at distance, man, it just all blurs together as a white outline for me. Okay, and we are getting, does it show the gear? Here we go, the injury set. Wow, 39 equipment score. Wow. Absolutely top end. It's not perfectly maxed, right? I think 42 is perfectly maxed because it would be 968 if it was technically maxed. 996. The speed is the only thing that's maxed out on these, but still, so it's not quite Ancient Inheritance level banger, but it's really good. And I don't see the words effectiveness or effect resistance anywhere on my screen. For DPS gear, I'm pretty happy about that. This is really good gear for people that need a decent injury set. Heroes and artifact adjustments, we went through this extensively. They're not changing anything with regards to the balance patch. So that's all happening when maintenance is over. Guard Captain Crow is dropping, Warrior Crow. I'll go over his kit in a separate video. And same with Victorica. Man, her parents hated her. Victorica. New side story, the Wayward Knight struggles. So we get a Crow side story. Crow is not limited. Crow is a standard Covenant banner. There's no way they would make the MC a limited banner. I've been telling you that, guys, for a while. Pretty sure I'm mispronouncing that. It's Victorica, but Victorica sounds more fun. Victorica, fine. Want to be boring. New side story. We'll have to clear up to 6-8 to access it. Looks like your standard side story with a farmable end stage to buy things in a shop. They got rid of the artifact charms, but other than that, it looks exactly the same. New exclusive equipment. This surely can't be that bad, right? So it comes packed with what? 18, about 21 gear score built into it. 12% crit chance is crazy stats for a DPS unit. 6 cents. When the caster uses Soul Burn for the first time, increases damage dealt by 50%? Are you guys high? What the hell? Okay, so a unit that you can build at like 270, 280 speed easily can now Soul Burn and erase a unit. And if Dust Devil procs, she gets to erase 2 units. And the Soul Burn doesn't cost souls. Oh my god. So it says uses a Soul Burn for the first time. I wonder if it will interact with Daydream Joker the way I'm saying. She Soul Burned for the first time. It increases the damage dealt by 50%. Daydream or Dust Devil is not a new attack like RNL. It is a repetition of the prior attack, which theoretically would repeat the damage boost from this as well. I bet Dust Devil procs it twice. Oh, if something dies, Dust Devil won't proc. Oh, I understand now. But it'll let her finish something off for sure. Okay, that makes me feel better that it's not going to giga interaction with Dust Devil, but still, just letting her erase a unit? Damn. Yeah, she's an ML Hua counter? Yeah. Yeah, she would be. That is a crazy artifact to put on a unit that you can put on Storm Sword and guarantee that she gets to take a turn and then just erase anything in the game. Or you could just build her Giga fast and not put her on Storm Sword. Give her another damage boosting artifact. Or Wind Rider so that she goes invisible when she kills something. Man, this is crazy good. On top of 12% crit chance, making her even easier to build. Guys, with her buffs and everything that's coming, Spirit Eye Celine just became an incredibly dangerous unit. Her value, her value shot up a tier list. Shot up it. Crown Vildred, other adjustments. They're enhancing some packs. They're discontinuing some garbage packs so they can roll out all new packs. And Draft Arena is getting some new units. Okay, unrecorded history will be included in Book of Memories and will be available for purchase for 100,000 gold. At least it's not 900 Skystones. You still have to purchase it to access it, but remember, unrecorded history in Book of Memories is not farmable content. It's story content. It's not... Book of Memories stories do not generate AP, and neither will unrecorded history. So gone are the days of farming unrecorded history for anything. It's just story content. Players who had previously played through unrecorded history can continue to play. Players who previously played through unrecorded history can continue the story without purchasing it again. Okay, good. So if you have already completed unrecorded history, you don't have to drop the 100k gold. Debuff transfers will be adjusted to occur. See, here's the thing, right? The whole reason, yeah, we're grandfathered in, but the whole reason to farm unrecorded history was to farm AP, right? Because one of the benefits of unrecorded history is unrecorded history doesn't drop monsters. So you could just farm it for AP and you don't clutter your inventory up with 1 and 2 star monster units filling up your inventory, and then you can't start the next fight because you gotta go and police your inventory. And this is something I did bring up to Epic 7. It's like, you gotta go ahead and deal with that, because right now the only way we have to get AP is farming adventure. And if we farm adventure, monsters can drop. And we've got to deal with slimes and mice being in our freaking inventory that we have to sell before we can restart it to get AP. It's going to make farming AP just a little bit more cumbersome. And those of you saying, well, we can just still go to unrecorded history, it's in the Book of Memories. You guys got to remember, in the Book of Memories, no matter which Book of Memory you go into, it does not have an AP shop. It's grayed out. And unrecorded history will probably be the same, where none of the Book of Memories options have AP shops. So unless they change that, right? They are changing it in that it's only 100k gold to get into unrecorded and that you're grandfathered in. But if moving it here turns off the AP shop, then that's a problem. If you can still go in and if you can still grind AP in unrecorded history, problem solved. I guess we got to find out tomorrow whether or not they made farming AP harder or not. All AP, for those of you who worried about your AP chilling out in your unrecorded history AP shop, all AP pools are being merged together. So when I look here, I see my 78,000 AP. Tomorrow, when I jump into the game and I go into regular adventure, the AP shop for Kyruberin will show my 78,000 AP. The AP shop over in Chapter 4 will show my 78,000. All the AP shops will have pooled all the APs together, so you can use that on any stage you want. And whatever AP you earn farming one stage will go into that kitty, so it'll be available further down the line. So you don't have to chase all over the place, right? You don't have to be like, oh, I got 1,000 AP here, and in Solia Swamp I got 50 AP over here, and then in Solia Forest I got no AP here, but you know, it'll all be pulled together. They're all going to show the same quantity. Yeah, 78,000. I spent half of it, so I'm down a bit. I was planning on farming up more, but I didn't. I just lost track. Are we expecting a 12-hour maintenance tomorrow? It's very likely maintenance is going to be extended. Very likely. This is a major, major update. Everybody's going to be playing. So even after maintenance comes up, expect a laggy experience. Expect the little spinning crystal for where a running RAS used to be. expect things to crash and hang a little bit because everybody's going to be trying it out. Everybody's going to be checking out the new things, summoning for Crow, doing all this kind of stuff. A lot of stuff's going to be happening. So be a little bit patient as the servers deal with all of that good stuff. What are these? Ah, good, good, good. So let's talk about Operation Catch Zieg. Play the game, collect the carrots, visit the carrot exchange for items. So starting on the 14th, on Monday, not tomorrow, through the 22nd, the Zieg event starts where you're going to be collecting carrots. Collecting carrots by playing the game. Ogre's Armory, Spirit Altar, event, basically all the stuff in the game, exploring the game. After spending more than 10 energy, the chance to earn carrots increases. Everyone's energy consumed. And then you can spend the carrots on buying the things. And this is where the things are. This is your artifact selector ticket. This is your ML5 random ticket. These are the garbage things that they overvalue. So you're going to have to farm to earn it. You will... Oh, you can't see the window. Oh, that was brilliant. Stupid Chrome. Let me start over in case I want to put this in a video. Deal with it. Operation Catches Zieg. Okay, so collect carrots to lure Siegfried, who ran away from Victorica. I know it's Victorica. Play the game. Collect carrots. Collect the carrot exchange. Okay, so starting Monday, not tomorrow, but Monday, you're going to be able to play in-game stuff to collect carrots to exchange them for your items. This is how you're going to be able to get your tickets. You'll be doing Rift, Hunt, Spirit Altar. You know, basically just play the game. Playing the game, the more stamina you spend, it increases your chance to get carrots. So once you spend 10 stamina, the chance to increase earned carrots goes up by 1 every energy consumed. So the more you play, the more stuff you get. New and returning errors, the increased carrot will be applied differently, etc. and so forth. And this is a very familiar thing across 4 weeks. Those of you who thought you're going to roll in and drop your selector tickets as soon as maintenance was over, hate to disappoint you guys. Here is the light ML5 guaranteed ticket, not selector. It's on week 2. Maybe there's none on week 3. Maybe the dark one's on week 1. Maybe the dark one's on week 3. Maybe there's another one on week 4. We don't know. Looks like week 2 has got the limited artifact selector. We can assume there's a limited unit selector on weeks 1 or 4. The other selector tickets and random tickets are going to be in there, but it's going to take a little bit of time to do this. Rip rerollers, yes, this is specifically to stop people from, constantly just re-rolling to get this ticket to try to start with the perfect ML5, right? They're putting it, you're going to have to wait a whole ass week before you can get it, and if you're going to try to re-roll, you're going to run out of time. Let me see. It also has these garbage mod stones in it and some really nice gear. And it's spread across 4 weeks, so they're going to meet it out slowly and keep the hype rolling. I kind of actually prefer it this way. I know some people are like, I want it now. Get over it. Play the game. As for what is included, does it say anything about that? We'll have to see if it says what is the limitations on the tickets and selectors. New and returning errors will have access to different versions of the exchange. New error criteria. I bet it's gear related. I bet new and returning errors get access to different gear. Returning error criteria accounts created after 3/11/2025. New error criteria accounts created this year. To help you track down and catch runaway Siegfried, we're giving you additional energy costs and additional energy and quick battlings. Nice. So they're going to give us additional free stuff so we don't feel like compelled to buy burning passion packs. Each daily reward can be received. Reset time. You'll have 11 more quick battles to obtain. Okay, great. Is there any details about the tickets. What's this? Secretive newsstand special pack. Ooh, guys, there's a pack. Secretive newsstand. Hey, it's Robin. A new story begins. Feature as the next world to celebrate a resolved inherited special pack will be available for sale. When you purchase a pack, you will receive a Robin coupon, which can be used at the exchange to obtain rewards of your choice. Don't miss out on a special chance. Oh, people are going to gripe about this. Okay. Robin coupons. And coupon. So the coupons have 5-star summon and artifact tickets in them and Giga Insane gear. And whatever the heck these are. I'm assuming these are going to be the light and dark. Is it going to be like a selector based on a handful? It's going to be one of those rando selectors, right? Like there are 5 units and 3 of them randomly can be, and you can pick one of those 3. It's going to be that stuff, right? I bet you that's what it is, right? There's 5 to 6 units in the pool, and it will randomly pick 3 of those 5 units, and then you can choose from those 3 units for light and dark. It's a kinda selector. Wait. Is that what they said? 3 max? No, guys. This is separate from Operation Zieg. This is Robin's thing. Operation Zieg is separate. This should not be limited to the PC client. Anybody should be able to use this. Yeah, don't get these tickets confused with the free ones that they are giving out from the Zieg event. This is an additional one. Good way to put it, Pro Cub. It's another thing to celebrate your happiness by giving Epic 7 money. Yeah, what the max meant for all of the people who thought it meant fully decked out summon, you guys are wrong. What max means is you can collect up to a maximum number of tickets. If you do all of this content and farm all this thing, you will have those. They're not just giving them to you. You've got to work for them. And if you miss the window, if you don't do the stuff, you don't get it. But you can earn up to a maximum of that many selector tickets, that many 5-star tickets, that many ML tickets, etc. and so forth. That's what they mean by max. Nothing is fully decked out. Nobody is getting a max artifact, plus 30 artifact. Nobody is getting a plus 15 fully decked out leveled unit. None of that is part of the Zieg thing. Anybody who thought that or was told that got scammed. That's not happening. Let me see. Refunds will not be available. Charge back and get banned. All unused coupons will be deleted after maintenance on the 19th. Good to know. Okay, I mean, if you're a spender, this is a way to, get some nice stuff. But I'll be honest with you, if you're early game and you want to spend a little bit, it could get you some really nice stuff, some high-end gear, potentially some ML5s you want. This is a very generous pack depending on how much it costs and how expensive it is to get enough coupons to buy these things. I mean, it's 110 freaking coupons. How much you going to have to spend to unlock 110 coupons? It's kind of brutal. So we'll see. I wonder why this one is 70 and this one is 50 when they're using the same icon. I wonder if it's a selector. One's a selector, one's not. It could be that one's for limited and one's for non-limited. One is max plus 15. You guys need to get that out of your head. What else do we have? I think that's it, guys. Is that it? To be honest with you, this is the most likely chance for a fully decked out, but it doesn't say anywhere in here what these individual things are, right? Just coupons. It doesn't spell it out. Yeah, it could. It's either it's probably limited and regular. That's the most likely, right? Will Labyrinth reset? Should I do Nightmare Raid or wait for the update? It does look like Labyrinth will reset, and I think you should do Nightmare Raid immediately. I will put out a PSA on that. It's not going to reset. It said very specifically it's going to reset, Asterix. Where did it say it? I believe it was in part 1. Right below the 1-minute video. Previous exploration reward records will be reset except for Asmakalis' cycle. Well, that's lame that they put it there and then they said somewhere else that it's going to reset. Oh, dirty. Because down here it said, due to the changes in Labyrinth exploration rewards, previous reward acquisition records will be reset. So that made, you know, that made us think it's going to be reset. But you're right here. So, yeah, do not use your compasses. Oh, good. I didn't want to have to rush and do all 5 of those tonight. They edited it. Okay, so they literally just put it in. I feel better if they just put it in. They edited it after I passed by it. Okay. That's what she said. No, they didn't, Nacho. They just put it in. You shut your mouth. All right, guys. Maintenance tonight. Maintenance podcast tonight. Sue and Hino will be on cam with me to discuss it. And, yeah. Let's get really excited about this. This is a whole new Epic 7 to explore, and I hope it is the first step in many, many changes for this game. I will go ahead and work up a video for Crow, Victorica, and Arunca separately. When is maintenance scheduled? It'll begin at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Pacific Time, 11 a.m. UTC, I think. Or no, 3 a.m. UTC, I think. Not sure about UTC, but the other stuff I'm sure of. You'll get an hour warning in game. Basically, when your Guild War ends, maintenance starts. So you can look at your Guild Wars timer, right? If you're ever unsure on maintenance day when maintenance is going to start, go into your guild, and check your Guild Wars. So maintenance is in 10 hours. How do we think Arunca is going to stack up? I think she's going to make regular arena absolutely miserable. And I think she's going to be very, very, very dangerous in RTA. And I think she's going to be probably one of the best cleave anchors. Muna or ML Arunca? How about Luna? I think it's still going to be... Excuse me. I still think it's going to be Luna. Arunca is going to be frustrating, and you're going to have to figure out how to deal with her. But you're going to be able to deal with her. Luna... All Arunca does is slow everything down. A lot. Luna rips you apart. But you know what? I mean, whoever you can build, they're going to be built so very differently. One's a base speed bruiser unit, and the other one is a gigafast opener unit. Very different. So, yeah. Maybe it depends on how you like to play. Well, I was going to summon for Luna, but I wanted to see if Arunka was going to be better, but I don't know. I've wanted Luna since before she ever came out. I will give you this. Luna will be on December's headhunt. That's a long-ass time to wait, but she will be there. And also your random ML5 summon bookmarks, the light one that they're going to give you, can be Luna. So you want to be aware that if you pull Luna now, the Murphy's Law odds are that she's going to pop out of that ticket shop. Whereas Arunka, you know, Arunka will be far enough away from December that she should be on the headhunt too, I think. She'll be close. She'll be right on the line. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a tough call. You're asking me to choose between pizza and ice cream. They're both amazing, and they're both very, very, very different. Goodbye, Goblin Shop from Kai Rubrun. You will be missed. We'll have to see. I'm not sure if he's going away or not. First pizza, then ice cream. Damn, Odin. You're winning the game out there. C Poly was so Arunka should be as well. Yeah, exactly, Daedalus. I think she will be. I think Luna loses some value unless you're a Cleaver or have Frida or Ludwig for Guild Wars. Yeah. I mean, you gotta want to play fast. She's a fast, aggressive unit. People don't pick Luna and then play tank down. Well, I mean, some do. There are some super giga tanky, high ER bruiser Lunas that just, you know, run relatively slow, stay alive forever, and constantly keep you under seal, and they defense break your ass while the rest of the bruiser team tears you apart. Those actually might become more common versions of Lua to run with units like Crow and run with units like Arunka. So, yeah, those Lunas do exist. And I think anybody who's trying to play Luna and can't get her above 280 speed really needs to consider looking into and investing in the 250, 260 slow bruiser Lunas. It's a neat way to play. I'm pulling for ML Ilanov, always a good choice. One of the strongest, arguably the strongest unit in the game behind Luna. Harsetti, I think Harsetti's on the way out, guys. She'll always be there, she'll always be a presence, but people have kind of figured her out. She's not that big of a deal anymore in anywhere except RTA, and she's always pre-banned there. Now, Fribbles isn't doing Guild War defense. Is there a good place to find teams and such now? Nope. Look at what your guildmates are doing and learn to play the game. No more hand-holding, unfortunately. What's my opinion of ML Arunka? I think she's going to make Arena very, very, very unfun. And I think she'll be very strong in RTA. And I think she's hot that she doesn't even, so hot she doesn't even need a kit. I think she gives me needs. She makes me feel kind of funny, like when I was climbing the rope in gym class. Rank 2 RTA last season played Slow Muna. There you go, Prima. Nah, Arunka is light. Yeah, Arunka is light. I don't think Arunka's going to make Harsetti worse because you want Arunka to go stupid slow. You want Arunka to not take turns so her buff stays up. And Arunka removes the speed variance and makes... I mean, Harsetti removes the speed variance, allows Arunka to take turns faster. I think Arunka is anti-synergy for Harsetti. The one nice thing about Arunka is she has to be in the front slot, and that means Child Senya is finally going to freaking disappear from a lot of Guild War defenses. Is Arunka a must-have? As much as any ML5 that's been released in the past 18 months is a must-have. I mean, aren't they kind of all must-haves anymore? It's kind of Smilegate's MO. But yeah, wait until people test her out and see just how dangerous she is. It's a brand new kit. What sets will you run on Arunka? What sets will you try to run for Arunka? Probably run her slow, maybe counter. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Yeah, counter set, protection set, you know, things like that would be nice. Counter seems good. The only anytime counter looks good, I'm always reminded of the ever present Great Mortelix. With Mort being everywhere. Ugh. I skipped ML Lua, ML Hua Young, no issues at all. Okay. They win they win every match I take them into, but you know. ML Lua is well, you know what? Let's just take a look at that real quick. Hang on. Not Cecilia Bot. Where's the RTA stats? RTA stats. Or oh, pick ban rate. Where is my hero analysis? For champion. Not hot patch was the thing. Okay, a hot patch. Okay, for champion last season, bystander Hua Young was the number 4 hero with a 50% win rate. Picked 25% of the time with a 50% win rate. That's crazy. Lua fell down a bit, didn't she? Wow, Lua fell down a lot. Still with a 54% win rate, but she wasn't picked very much. Still, I think, one of, if not the strongest win rates. Can I sort by win rate? Of course not. Does anybody have a higher win rate? Lone Wolf Peyra had a higher win rate, 54.5. Mort, 55%, top win rate. Yeah, I mean, other than Mort and Lua, or other than Mort and Peyra, Hellion Lua had the highest win rate this season. Just she wasn't picked nearly as much. And Hua Young, man, she's just out here killing it. What an insanely high pick rate for her. But yeah, as you showed, you were able to play the game without her. But it doesn't mean the units aren't OP. It just shows that there is no such thing as a must-pull in this game. With a handful of minor exceptions. Check Legend? Sure. Check Legend. Oh, look at that. Hellion Lua with a 62. I mean, Legends, everything's in the 60% win rates, right? But yeah, Lua is much, much higher rated. Higher pick. Look at Lua with a better pick rate and a better win rate than Luna. So yeah, up in Legend at least, they're top 10 units. But that just shows that, you know, it's difficult to build these units. And that lower end players aren't able to build them with the authority that Legend players are. So yeah, on better gear, these guys are amazing. Even in Emperor, Lua falls down quite a bit, but she's still a lot closer to the top than in Champs. Champ, I think just the average champ player doesn't have the gear to make Lua. Harsetti not even in the top 10 in Legends because Harsetti is a 50-50 chance to win, and people in Legend don't want 50-50 chance to win. They want a 60%, 70%, 100% chance to win. They're going to pick a unit that is a skill equalizer. They have the skill to play the game. They don't need to equalize the skill and make victory just based on pure RNG. I hate Flan so much. You say that now, but you're gonna be pining for the days of Flan now that this girl's out. Tori is stupid, guys, and she's only going to get stronger. Remember that, you know, she's rank 18 in usage, and she only had a little bit of time in the sun to be played, right? So I think Tori is giga strong. I think Tori is arguably the better what do you call it? The best DPS in the game right now. I think she's going to edge Flan out. What site is that? Just search Epic7 GG. It's the GG site. I'll go ahead and link it to you though. But if you Google search Epic7 space GG, it'll take you right to the site. Hi, Karina counters Tori. A lot of things counter Tori. The problem is then you have Karina on your team, and you get a defense break on that girl or controller, and she is deado. No, why very few people use Karina anymore. My Tori just got one-shotted by enemy morts. Then you didn't build a proper Tori because Tori's got a cockroach passive and shouldn't be one-shottable by anything. Wonder what the builds look like in Legend. I have to go watch a Legend streamer and see. Oh, it was a 3F mort? Okay. Fair. Do people actually put 3F on mort? I'm sure people do, but that seems kind of weird. Tori is a soury man on the inside. I'm sure some villain does it, right? I'm sure some villain plays a 3F mort. It's always shocking what villainy players will get down to in this game. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm going to go hit the gym, grab some lunch, and work on putting some videos up. Thank you guys for being here to share the news with me. I just got beat by a freaking counter Genua. Welcome to Epic 7, heart biased, first time. All right, guys, you take care. I'm going to raid you over to somebody. Thanks again for all your support. Make sure you bookmark the time, guys. In about 9.5 hours, we'll go 9.5, 10.5 hours. We'll go live with the podcast. We'll go over all the patch notes. We'll get Sue's take on everything from a turn 2 player standpoint. We'll get Henogen's take on everything from a RTA Legend standpoint. We'll go over the units and kits and talk more about Origin and get excited for the rebirth of the game. In the meantime, who's streaming right now? Let's see. You guys have any preference? We rated Testa Blanc yesterday. Tristen, I'm going to cash out for Arunca. I got 30,000 Sky, so I don't need to cash out for anything. I'm going to be spinning the shop all day today. Let's go over and say hi to Veilhead. He's his title says pull or skip Arunca, so tell him what you guys think. Wow, his VTuber is really a sock puppet. That's amazing. All right, guys, thanks for being here. I will talk to you guys soon. Take care, everybody.